Right now, we wanted to do our quarterback rankings. Drab went out and got some letterboards.
I know. It looks like you went to Michael's Arts and Crafts. I like it, Drab.
I almost feel like this is something you hold when you go to prison.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
with your
Like
mugshot.
Yes.
Dude, I was in a Walmart in Sterling at like 10 p.m. last night.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So you went straight to like the crafting section? Like where else
Yeah, I
would
went
you?
to 3 different Walmarts
Okay.
and Michael's.
Look at you.
Yeah.
So we're going to reveal our boards. I don't know how we want to do this. I think probably just individually. We each give our own board, or do we each want to do like pick by pick, like who we have number
I don't
one?
have a lot of rationale
Individually.
yet. This is my preliminary rank.
It's preliminary rankings for everybody.
I'm just saying. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Should we go one at a time or one pick at a time?
He's
One
going
at
to
a
unveil
time.
his board. But this is just your tingle play.
Yeah.
Like you got,
These are my
Tingle
tingles,
play
my
top
early
5.
you're
tingles.
just going through the scouting process right
Yeah.
now, and then on draft night it becomes permanent.
Yeah, I'm not willing to die on this yet, but I don't know how to reveal it. Should I just reveal it now and then just kind of just
Yeah,
explain? All
sure.
right. So you know me, I become a Jaden Daniels guy. So I'm intrigued by the skill set. He reminds me a lot of Lamar. Obviously, the running ability is insane. Great deep ball thrower. I think he has a lot of potential as a passer. I just think he's a multifaceted weapon. I don't care about his fantasy. That's not my thing. I just think that if he's in trouble, he can beat you with his arms or his legs. And I'm just really intrigued by his talent. He's got good size. The only thing I'm worried about is what everyone's worried about is durability. He's got that narrow frame. He's not like me. You don't have that 10-inch drop, broad shoulders, just like a beast. Now, Caleb, I have at number 2 only because he has performed at a high level for 3 years.
So the fingernails have scared you all along.
Yeah,
You said you're out,
I don't
but he
like
still
all that
makes your
weird off
board.
the field stuff. But I mean, talent is talent.
Yep.
So he's clearly a talented quarterback, and I think Caleb could certainly be a big time quarterback. No question about it. I'm a little bit more intrigued by Jaden's skill set. Drake May, I've only done a little bit of evaluation of Drake. I like him. I have a middle of the pack in terms of the top 5. The guy I'm really intrigued by is JJ. I feel like JJ McCarthy he's one of these guys. I'm not a size guy, but he has the size, and I feel like he's sneakier athletically than people think. So I think there's a lot there. And Penix, I'm also just intrigued by him. He's another multi-faceted guy. He's got. Do you guys think he has like a weird throwing thing? Like it's a little. It's not.
I think
the
he
most,
throws lasers.
It's just because he's left-handed.
It's
I've watched
left-handed, so it just
inverted-
looks weird.
When
Throws
you
you
invert
off.
his throws to right-handed, it looks normal.
It looks a little weird to me, but I've seen him just with a flick of the wrist makes some really nice throws. So there you go. Jaden 1, Caleb 2, Drake May 3, JJ 4, and Penix 5. This is my going into the draft right now, my pre-draft rankings, my first go-around.
Does anybody else have those same 5 guys on the board? I do. I could go
I
second.
have the same 5.
You have the
but-
same 5? All right, do yours next.
All
Then.
right, I have Penix at 5. I'm going to go from 5 to 1. The injury history scares me, and the guy's been in college forever. He's been in college since 2018. He's got a lot of experience, but he's barely hanging on to the number 5 spot because the injuries, they concern me. But he's my number 5. I've got Drake May at 4.
I thought he was a foobar for you.
He's tumbling. He's close to falling off the list. I'm just telling you, this is the tingle list. When the real list comes out in April, he may not be on the list.
Can I see who's this talking about? Penix?
Drake May.
Oh,
Drake May at 4.
This kind of pokes some holes into your FUBAR list.
Yeah.
Right? You can't have him in your top 5.
Cakes
and then
was
be
scared to not
then
put
be
him on the
scared of
list.
Drake May.
I like the
Who would you
raw
replace him
skills.
with? Who's on the outside looking in right now?
Who's
number
number 6? Has a
6?
chance to slide in
I don't know
if they
this
have a good
guy's
pro
number
day.
6, but this guy is going to wow at the combine.
Joe Milton.
Joe Milton is going to wow people at the combine. Now, he's not a great thrower, but he's 6'5", he's 240, and
He's another Anthony Richardson
yeah,
type?
he could zoom up the draft board. So he's like on the outside looking in. He's probably like
What
6
about
or
Bo
7.
Nix?
Bo Nix is kind of in that same territory.
All right.
So I have McCarthy at 3. I kind of hold my nose a little bit with this, but I think he's going to impress at the combine and show that he was kind of restricted as to what he could possibly do if he's given more responsibility. So I have him at 3. Of course, I have Jaden at 2. I love the dual threat. His slight frame concerns me a little bit, but he does have that floor where if things break down, he can rip off a 50-yard run, and I love that. And I just can't knock Caleb out of the number one spot at this point. Too many Patrick Mahomes comps. He's the most skilled of all of these guys. His size deters me a little bit. He could fall out of that number one spot, but as of right now, on my Tingle board, Caleb is number one.
All right, so Cakes has Caleb Williams 1, Jaden Daniels 2, J.J. McCarthy 3. Even though he's on his FUBAR list, Drake May somehow makes his board at number 4.
Yeah, it's weird.
And he has Penix going 5.
And again, this is not who we think is going to get selected in this order. This is who we think is the best.
Who's impressed you the most?
Well, who we think is going to have the best pro career.
This is your scouting take.
Yes. This is our ranking.
We were implored
Our
to watch
quarterback
film
ranking.
yesterday and come up with a list. Did you watch film?
Send these to Adam Peters
Thumb.
immediately.
I watched a solid 15
I
minutes
watched
of
the
film.
modicum of film.
Yeah.
After I was hitting 280-yard bombs in a garage, then I did. All right,
Fish Bucks.
Fish.
All right, so I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't have Drake May 1.
Ooh, I like it.
So
What
I've
do you
got-
see
I
on
didn't
I've
know
film?
he was your guy.
I've got Drake May 1. I just like, look, out of all the guys on my list, he played the least amount of college football. So they talk about upside and potential. I like it, but I like the size. I do like, 6'4", 230. He's got a little bit of a hitch in the throwing mechanics. I think they're going to have to work on that, whoever drafts him. I think he is athletic. I don't know why Merrill Hodge doesn't.
He thinks he's athletic.
I think he's more athletic than Merrill
He
Hodge.
never
thinks.
listens to you. You
I know.
tell him
I mean,
every
he
time.
said, I don't think super athletic.
Right.
So, obviously, he's an athlete.
So he can actually run. A lot of times at North Carolina's offensive line wasn't very good this year. So when they were getting pressured, he was forced out of the pocket a lot. And they also ran a lot of design stuff for him, too. But I think he's a really good athlete. So I would take May 1. Caleb, I don't like some of the off-the-field stuff, but he's still very talented.
Talent is talent.
And I can't overlook that. So I got him 2. I've got Jaden 3, even though Caleb and Jaden, to me, are really close.
You're
And
usually a size guy.
Jaden's played a lot of college football. Okay, and he got better from his days at ASU to LSU, and he's a running threat. He's the biggest running threat out of all the guys that I have got on my top 5. So I got Jaden 3. I've got Bo Nix 4, and I basically only have him 4 because he played more college football than anybody, maybe in the history of college football.
Is he like a seventh-year guy or something?
He played in 2 power conferences. His stats actually are better than Jaden Daniels from this past year. He completed almost 80% of his passes. Think about that. 77.6% of his passes. The year before that at Oregon, he completed over 70%.
A lot of easy throws from what I've seen, and I don't watch a ton of college football. But
all these guys have easy throws.
yeah.
But you can't overlook the 45 touchdowns and only 3 picks. Okay,
That's a
I'm sorry.
sick ratio.
And then I've got JJ 5. And JJ might move up the board for me over the next month and a half. Because out of all of these guys, he played in more of the pro-style system, played a lot of under-center stuff. Just didn't put up a lot of numbers. I also didn't think he played great in the national championship game.
10 completions.
I thought there were some plays he had, and he just didn't complete them against an average to below average Washington defense. But JJ could move up the board based on combine and all these evaluators. And look, these names could change over the next 6 weeks. But if we're doing the Tingle play March 1st, I've got May 1, Caleb 2, Jaden 3, Bo 4, JJ 5.
All right, that leaves me. I'll readily admit I don't watch a ton of college football, but I did watch film on all the guys yesterday. Here's the flaw in this game. We're all tainted by things that we've seen and heard on TV. I'll start with number 1. I didn't think I was going to go Caleb Williams, but after watching the film, Caleb Williams is the most electric player on the field, and that's including Jaden Daniels. What really jumped out at me is some of his passes downfield were with guys in his face. And when you watch a film of a lot of these guys, you don't see during the highlight reels many times where they've got a dirty pocket and pressure in their face. It doesn't seem to faze Caleb Williams. Now, there are red flags. He fumbles the ball, maybe holds onto the ball too long, but I can see why Cliff Kingsbury compared him to Patrick Mahomes. He's a flat-out stud. So I've got Caleb Williams 1. I've got Drake May 2. Some say they look at his interceptions going up and his completion percentage going down. Orlovsky says his feet are horrible and says he maybe needs to sit for 2 years. He reminded me of Josh Allen and Big Ben. He has one where he throws the ball left-handed where he's got somebody draped on him. He's got another highlight where he does kind of the Tebow play where he's running into the defensive line and then he throws the ball. Like, that physicality, he may have more problems in his game right now than some of these other guys that some of these experts say, oh, his feet aren't there. But if he can improve, remember when Josh Allen came into the league, the knock on him was accuracy, and he got it better, and his completion percentage got better, but he had that physicality. I think it's hard to overlook the physicality of Drake May. So I've got him 2. I've got Jaden Daniels 3. Look, the red flags, we all see it. He's super skinny. He does throw a great deep ball, but his guys were unbelievable in college. Every one of these bombs that I saw, the guys are pretty much wide open. He had elite players on the outside, and it seems like he had a clean pocket most of the time. And I don't like the way he runs. EB, when you watch Russell Wilson run, you know he's kind of short, stocky, and he gets down. If you watch Jaden Daniels, he's very upright in the way that he runs. Like, it just seems like he could get killed.
It's definitely something that you need to be concerned about.
But it's hard to ignore a guy who runs for over 1,000 yards. Like, the dual threat, he is going to be a game changer in the league if he's healthy, simply because he's got the legs to go with it. If it was just a passing contest, I would have put Penix over him. I've got Michael Penix 4. The guy can flat out sling it. Maybe because he's a lefty. It reminded me of Tua.
I thought of that too.
But I did see him move out of the pocket and throw the ball accurately, pretty deep downfield, scrambling the ball. It's just I can't put him above Jaden Daniels because he doesn't have that, raw athleticism. I mean, he's an athlete, and he's had a bunch of injuries, so it's more being scared. Like, I kind of wanted to put him above Jaden Daniels, but I didn't. And then I've got JJ 5. He reminded me of Doug Flutie and Daniel Jones, a combo. If Doug Flutie and Daniel Jones could meet, because the thing which impressed me the most about JJ McCarthy was his running. Like, when they would roll him out or just design runs, guy's fast, and he can make the throws. So I've got Caleb Williams 1, Drake May 2, Jaden Daniels 3, Michael Penix 4, JJ McCarthy 5.
All right.
A lot of overlap on our list.
This will all
Makes
be
sense.
on the website or something. Well,
I'll take pictures during the break. Why don't we each take a picture like out there in front of the sign
board.
holding our board, and I'll tweet it and put it up on our Instagram page.
it feels like a prison thing.
Yeah,
Right?
it does a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Or like a little kid's first day at
Sure.
school.
Exactly.
Or we could put them all up out there because this has if all we just need is 4 nails.
Yeah.
yeah,
You put them on the
Hey, well, you
wall.
don't have to hold them.
Yeah.
It's got the names
Nailed
on
them to the wall.
Like our proud little
like Martin
babies.
Luther.
We were talking about dressing up the studio or the
Ten
hallways.
Commandments. All right. When are we doing the jugs list? When are we doing all that?
Mount
Just
Jugmore.
cheeks?
We can do
That's
it.
you're more interested in that one.
We could do it during the EP if you like.
Yeah,
I do have material for you
Well,
guys.
that's going to take over.
Nice.
That would be the entire EP. There's no
Yeah, I
chance.
mean,
right?
when
Yeah,
do
we
you
don't
guys
need to
wanna
talk
do
about
that?
anything else.
There's a lot of buzz on Mount Jugmore. I had somebody text me yesterday who
You
was
actually-
at happy hour and said that his friend, a female, wanted to know if Katy Perry would make Mount Jugmore. And I
Look,
said,
there
not
was-
my list.
There are a lot of difficult decisions.
Yeah,
I
you
have them
visual
ranked.
aids.
Visual aids and everything.
Can I do
I like
Mount
it.
Legmore?
Sure.
You
Since
wanna
I'm
do
a
that?
leg guy.
Yeah, it is bit season.
No, but if I were gonna do it, I would be Mount Legmore.
Yeah.
And
Who's
Tay-Tay-
number one on the
Tay-Tay-
top of your
I
list?
don't know. Tay-Tay would be on it, but a bunch of Russian tennis players.
Bunch
All
of
right.
women whose last names end in Ova.
Tay-Tay would also
Yeah.
make the flat
So
ass
hold
list.
on, you're doing Jugmore. I know Mars doing Cheeks, And
Drab's doing lips.
Lips. That's right.
Yeah, that's his
The
thing.
lips guy.
Mount
All right.
Lipmore.
He's drawn to the lips.
All right. What time do you want to do that? You want to save it for the EP?
I just put it at 9:20 later in the show.
Hey, real
I
quick.
think the
I think
Jug
it's-
Moore
I
is
think
going to
they're
take over
important
the
lists.
segment. I mean, Valdez is very, very
Well,
excited.
he's
very-
put
No,
the
no,
hard
I'm
work
very,
into it.
I'm very prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at it.
Real quick, can we each give our number 2? Because
What do you mean?
no, I just wanted curious who the Commanders would have with your board.
If it went this way,
Yes.
they would select Caleb. But this is just my rankings. This
All
is
right,
not how
okay,
I
so
think it's
Yeah,
going to
I
go.
know
have
it's your rankings. So Caleb,
Jaden.
Jaden,
I don't think that.
who do you have at number 2 on your board? If they
Right, but that-
followed your board,
Well, I've got Caleb, but that doesn't matter
so
Right.
2 Caleb's
because
and I've got Drake
the
May.
Bears aren't taking May 1.
Yeah.
So that's just my list.
Right.
You
This is
never
just
know.
my rankings. This has
No.
nothing to do with what team is drafting where.
Caleb's going to go 1. I'll put money on it right now.
No, I'm not betting anything. I'm not betting anybody.
You don't think there are any scouts or any GMs from any team that believe Drake May is the best quarterback in the league?
There might be some. I just don't
I
think.
mean, you mentioned Joel Klatt loves Drake May. Tim
Yeah, but he's-
Hasselbeck
he
loves
doesn't-
Drake
That's fine.
May.
But
These
they
guys
don't
are
work for the
talking
Bears.
heads. Yeah, they're not
Dude,
NFL
I know,
GMs.
but maybe another team moves up and they want Drake May and they move up
Even
to
though
1.
I saw that picture of Brock Bowers and he looks like the biggest like Dungeons and Dragons nerd and like a
I don't
knee
know,
knocker.
people say he's a Hall of Famer.
I was kind of dreaming about him yesterday a
Yeah,
little bit.
but I mean,
I honestly was.
he looks way different when he's in pads and catches a pass in the seam and
And he
takes it
outruns
60
DBs.
I've never
60
seen a
yards.
bigger looking dork than this guy.
He needs a new fit.
He needs a
The fit
makeover.
that he wore in that picture with Gronk was
like
terrible.
He just didn't look like the way he was standing.
He was asked about it yesterday.
What'd he say?
He said it all. The group chat is just pounding him for that photo.
I mean, he looked.
He said he realized
ridiculous.
he looked terrible in
Yeah.
that photo.
Yeah,
Can
he
you
knows.
find me a photo of him like in shorts and a t-shirt where he
least he's
doesn't look
self-aware.
ridiculous? Like he looks like the biggest nerd in history.
He had a bad haircut. The shorts were ill-fitting.
I
Weird
mean,
You'll have to
t-shirt.
watch him. Well, if you can.
Listen,
this
I've
weekend.
seen the clips. I know what an
No,
athlete
this
is.
weekend.
But I was actually thinking, man, if maybe we should just trade down and take Bowers and then take like JJ or something later. You know what I mean? Like, you got a young quarterback.
Well,
How
when
are
you
you gonna
talk-
do that?
tight
When are
end.
you talking about
How are you
later?
gonna do
'Cause
that?
JJ McCarthy might go like top 10.
Well, I'm talking about later in the first round or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, Cakes. I'm trying to acquire 2 first-round picks, take Bowers with one of them, and then take one of these quarterbacks.
Well,
One
what,
of the lower-rated quarterbacks, 3 through 5 or something.
what happens if they're gone?
Well, then you missed.
That's a
Then
terrible plan.
then Sam Howell's
Well,
your
you have
starter.
to do your evaluation. You have
He's
to look.
okay with that.
And then
No,
Sa-
I'm not. I wouldn't say. Listen, I'm not lobbying to start the season with Sam Howell. Sam butchered his chance. He needs to sit down and relax now.
It's,
And he had his opportunity.
it's Minshew mania.
No,
You're not able to get one of your quarterbacks.
Well, I mean, the ones that are available are Kirk and who else? I don't want Baker, but
Minshew.
Or you could draft somebody with the second round
I mean, maybe
pick.
maybe they like Bo Nix or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, let's take a break. You want to chime in
Just
throughout the show? You
intriguing.
can always call us on the MGM National Harbor listener lines at 800-636-1067. Same number for the Thompson Creek Windows text machine. Standard message and data charges may apply. You can always tweet us at Junks Radio. Be right back. 106.